Hey guys, welcome back to SVP's Throwback Thursday. Today we're throwing it all the way back to 2007 for episode 3 of OU's Rising Star. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
We auditioned some of Oakland University's finest performing artists, gave 3 judges the daunting task of narrowing it down to 6 finalists who would compete in a Battle of the Bands duel held right here at Oakland University, where the OU audience would decide by way of applause who would be OU's first rising star.
Yo, my name is P to the A to the T to the O. My name is Pato Marhetic, and thank you for watching OU Rising Stars, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It was a great experience, so check it out.
Every time I try to wear my all white, I find myself wandering through the night. And when I finally find my way back into the light, I find a scuff, some mud, and green stains all on the side. Yeah, well, that's me. Oh, and that's fine.
What made you start writing music?
Just I guess when I learned to play the guitar, it just came hand in hand. Right when I started learning chords, I was like, wow, I have things I want to say, you know. So just basically would throw some chords together, and I used to write poetry for a long time and write, you know, journal it, whatever, just write all the time. So just after throwing a couple chords together, it just came hand in hand again, and that's what we started writing songs from. The first song I wrote was a pretty emotional song. It's called "It's Over," right? And I don't even think anyone has a copy of this because I don't even want to release it. You know what I'm saying? It's so like it's just me on the little computer microphone singing because my girlfriend had broken up with me or she cheated on me or something like that. And I was like, it's over. You know, I was pissed off and I wrote a song about it and I played it and it felt so good, man. It felt so good. And that's when I discovered, I'm like, wow, I should do this, you know, I should keep this going. I taught myself the guitar, so when I started out, I was just only doing a couple chords, you know, 2 chords or something, and just playing them over and over and doing a real simple song. But then when I go and I've been playing bars for a couple years and I start to learn all these covers and force myself, like, look, learn this the right way because it's going to sound good. And then you start to open up to more chords and more possibilities, you know, and then you can get deeper with your own music. And that's just part of, I guess, growing and becoming a musician, you know. I started working at Olga's Kitchen in downtown Birmingham like 5 or 6 years ago, right? In high school, I was like a sophomore or something like that. I started working there. I went to Avondale, okay? But I'm from like Auburn Hills and Rochester Hills and that area in Troy. But I used to go down to Birmingham all the time, you know, drive there, go hang out there on Friday nights because I thought it was a cool little city, you know what I mean? And I got a job there, worked there for like 5 years, and I started playing in the streets. So, the streets of Birmingham, right? I used to go out there and just kind of try to make a buck with my guitar and sing some songs I've been writing or sing some cover songs or whatever. And people responded well to it. And then after that, I started doing like coffee shops. right? And, started in Birmingham at this place, Caribou Coffee. It was like my regular spot. I used to go there all the time. I loved it. And then from there, a couple people handed me cards and they said, come play at my bar, you know? And I played at bars, but when you play at bars, it's pretty much like you're playing covers, you know? Crowd pleasers, things that people want to hear, so it's hard to sneak in your own original ones.
Who'd you like to cover a lot?
Who?
When you started out?
Stevie Wonder, Otis Redding, Marvin Gaye, Tracy Chapman.
Sets me free.
I used to do some Maroon 5. You know, I was gigging and playing those shows and doing those kind of covers, you know. And then as I continued writing songs, that style, you know, kind of comes out in me now a little bit, you know. Still a lot of it's me, but you can maybe, if you listen to some of my stuff, you can be like, oh, it kind of sounds like a little Stevie Wonder, or oh, that kind of sounds like Tracy Chapman, or yeah, I don't know, you know what I mean? But I feel like sometimes those people, when I'm writing songs, come out of me a little bit from doing those covers all the time. You know what I mean? What inspires me to write my music? Truth, pretty much. Just whatever I'm feeling at the time. I just basically, I don't know. I guess you could say I'm kind of an emotional person when it comes down to it, right? So when I write songs, it's just basically what I'm feeling at that moment. It just comes right out on paper, and then I pick up the guitar and just kind of apply that to each other, and boom, here goes a song. It's addicting, to tell you the truth. It's just a good feeling when you get that raw emotion out of you and get it out. You know what I mean? Right when you catch it, you're like, all right, I can take that and put that away now. That's out of me. So it's therapeutic. That's what keeps me going. You know, I need it. Well, now I think I finally decided that I'm gonna try to write songs for a living. You know, I want to do it. I'm passionate about it, and I want to try to do that. So I think I can go nowhere up from, you know, nowhere from, what's the saying? Nowhere but up from here, right?
Right.
Because I'm gonna be practicing all the time. I'm gonna be trying to push myself, you know, harder and harder. So, yeah, I think it'll keep going good, because I think I decided I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a shot. So I want to see it take me to a place where I can be able to play music and write songs and be able to make a living off of it. Just, you know, live my life doing that, something I love. I think that's what we all want, so I think that's where I want it to take me. What is next for me? I don't know. I don't know. I have plans to go to Washington, D.C., and from there I think I'm going to record a 12-song album, and I don't know what's going to happen from there.
Okay.
I love the blues, funk and rock and roll. I don't try my best to show myself through the flow of notes. You better listen close, 'cause with those styles combined, parts of me entwined. Don't I make something mine or mine? And I let my soul cry. Oh, and you got loose too. And girl, ain't got much time, so let's do what we came to do. Girl, you are so smooth in everything you do. It's what I love about you. You got this energy and chemistry that can never be denied. You make me feel alive and high inside, and I let my soul cry. Oh, and you got loose too. Oh, girl, we ain't got much time, so let's do what we came to do. And I let my soul cry. Oh, and you got loose too. And we ain't got too much time, so let's do what we came to do. So let's do what we came to do.
Thank you all for listening.
Yo, we are live.
Well, we started in a little school in Oxford. In middle school was actually a little earlier than that, some of us. And we just started there, and Alex is a little older than us, and it's just ironic because Nico's younger. They're brothers. And I had him over, and he was probably 2 years younger than me, and I had him over, and he was 1 year. It was just a really close school, and we just took it from there. And our teacher in 8th grade basically just loved music, and he taught us all to play instruments. We all started on guitar and bass. We were just playing Blink-182 songs, and he just started us there, and we all just had a passion for it. And then it wasn't until high school, like
2.5 years ago.
yeah, 2.5 years ago.
We've been jamming together for 6 years or so.
More than that. Far more than that.
Me, Marty used to come over to my house. That's back when I was mainly on drums, and Marty played some guitar, and we jam. Alex and I jammed at our house all the time, and Marty and Will, they jammed together at Will's house, and they had kind of a band going, and then they brought me in to play drums, and that kind of switched around to me playing guitar with Will and Marty on bass, and that's when we brought Alex in to play drums, and that was about 2.5 years ago, so that's when we really got together as a full band.
I personally think it got really serious when Ray died. Of course, Ray was Willie's father that died, and he was by far our biggest supporter. He was so concerned with the band. It was unbelievable how a person could have that much support for us when we were so young and so kind of free figuring out what we wanted to do. And he said, "You're gonna do it, and you're gonna have a lot of fun." and he really had a lot of motivation behind us sticking together hard when he died, because it was us four together, and then he died, and we're like, it's gonna be us four. It's gonna be no one else.
One song called Lives With You. It's about my dad. And Nico kind of just was sitting in class one day and, semi paying attention to the teacher, and they were doing Julius Caesar, and he just, for some reason, some line woke him up, and it was like, my heart lies in the coffin with Caesar was the line, and something like that. And he just switched it. He's like, you know what? I want to write a song about this. It was like right at the time he passed away. So, and that just song kind of, when we usually we actually played a Battle of the Bands, Clutch Cargoes, and that was our opening song, and it just kept us going through the whole set. First song, just having that first song strong, and you have fun playing, gets you through anything. We all bring our own piece. Like, actually how me and Nico usually write the guitar parts is I come to him with an idea, which is like either a verse or a chorus or something, and he just finishes it. So that's how we get like some of me and some of him in the same song.
Lyrics come from passion. In terms of good things or bad things.
And what's kind of unique about our band is we don't have a rhythm and a lead guitarist. We switch per song, even within the song. We just switch parts.
Everyone just kind of pulls it together. If Alex is like, well, I think this might sound cool on the guitar, I'll play it. It's we all know each other's instruments, and that helps a lot in terms of writing. How we've changed, I guess mainly we all listen to generally the same stuff, but there is a lot of variation. Alex tends to not like certain harder stuff, so when we write a song that might be a little harder, he kind of doesn't like it at first, but then it grows on him. And
also we find ways to tame it down too.
Yeah, definitely.
Which kind of develops our
I think
style.
that's how it all works together. I mean, Nico may be out here on an idea, and I may be down here, Alex may be down here, and Willie over here. And at the end, it all comes together in the center. I mean, sometimes Nico will be a little further out here, and sometimes Alex will be a little further out here, so it pulls the center away. So we do have a sound as a band, I think, but we also go outside of that and try to improve on that sound. And, we don't want people to say, oh, that's Love Lies Bleeding, that's Love Lies Bleeding, because they all sound alike. We don't want to be that band that has every song that sounds the same. We want to have variation. We like variation. And I think it's good to have a mix between the soft and the hard. I mean, in a set, you're going to want people to calm down if they're going to get fired up again, right? You can't have them fired up the whole time. It's just not going to work. And if they're calm the whole time, it'll be boring. So it's about learning a lot. I mean, there's so much to learn. I mean, as we grow as friends, our music grows too. And we're learning each other as friends as we are, learning our music and how we relate. It's really interesting.
I listen to bands that aren't as hard as what these two guys listen to. So it's more like Jimmy Eat World, Incubus, Fall Out Boy, I guess a little bit. So they have some softer songs, and I like that. I don't like songs that have drop D all the way through, So I like songs that are upbeat and that people can get into. So
I think friendship's the most important thing in my life anyway. I have the best friends ever. If anybody, a lot of people have a bunch of acquaintances and stuff or whatever, but we really do have just true friends.
You got a rap flow for the OU Rising Stars, but you don't know. Got my boy D on the camera. Robo rhymes. Get on the stuff.
Yo, it's the SOULBOT, and I'm flowing on this track so bubbly. I'm not flowing on this track, I'm flowing on your camera. OUTV, Bama.
What? SVP what?
Ready to go? That I'm aware of.